Hello, girls, guys, or otherwise. This is Rich with your Witchy Wednesday. Today, I wanted to do a video on blue lace agate. Um, I am actually going to be reading pretty much directly from our Love is in the Earth by Melody hymnal. Um, R.I.P. Melody. I do have some pieces of blue lace agate that hopefully, if I can. Hold on, let me see if I can juggle things around here. Let's do what do they call this? The makeup hands. Look, y'all, I'm trying to be a YouTuber. Um, it's not really focusing that well on it. But this one you actually might be able to see a little bit better. Come on, focus. Focus. Probably not. Not going to do it. Okay. It looks a little... You know what? I'll put a picture in the what you call it here. Actually, you know what? Let's do this like a real true YouTuber. Okay. We're just gonna Google blue lace agate. There we go. And I'm just gonna share some images. Okay. So yeah, that's how we're gonna do this. So we're just gonna do window capture. And we're going to do that, and we're going to open that. Hold on. There we go. So I'm going to put that up there like that so y'all can see some of the pictures of blue lace agate. Because y'all don't need to see my face on this. No. But as you can see from the pictures here, go ahead and make that a little bit bigger. As you can see from the pictures here, it is a blue, a light blue with white lace patterns in it. And it really has, let's see if I can do this here. It really has this nice little structure where you can see the grain work and the different layers that are in it. This one, these ones here are fantastic samples to show. And mine aren't really that great of ones to show. So, yeah, this is actually better for showing it off. Anyway, I'm going to read a little bit from here, and we can go ahead and take this down, I guess, since there's your show and tell. Yeah, mine aren't really as defined, and I have other blue lace agates, but these are the ones I was able to find really quickly. That one you can't really see the lace structure. This one, if it was showing up on the camera, and it's actually showing up a little bit with the lace structure on there, that, you know, if you saw it in person, it's immediately recognizable. And I absolutely love blue lace agate. I've been working with it for years and absolutely love the effects that it has for me. And I'll talk about that because Melody in this book, even though she does a fantastic job overall, I mean, seriously, this book is, and I'm going to rant and rave for a second here. This book is like 700 pages, you know, little over 700 pages of just rocks that she spent her life, you know, researching and, you know, giving them to other people to see if they have similar experiences, stuff like that. But in this little entry, it doesn't have that much in there. And I don't know if it's because some of it is, because it is jumbled in with the other agates that kind of, you know, took away from blue lace agate just a little bit. If it was because of that, or if because she didn't work with it as much, I don't know. I would like to know the answer to that. Unfortunately, I can't ask her and get a definitive answer here in the physical realm. We lost Melody, I think it was 2 years ago, might have been 3 now. And we just lost Judy Hall, I think it was last year or early this year. And the only Judy Hall book that I have, and I thought I had other Judy Hall books, and apparently Yeah, apparently I do not, is Crystal Experience. I don't have Judy Hall's Crystal Bible. And I was looking around, and yeah, I'll fix that later. I was looking around my bookshelf, and I don't think I have any other crystal books. Yeah, I'm kind of disappointed in myself on that one. But the reason I wanted to do blue lace agate was, for one, depending on where you're looking, you can find it relatively cheap. Just on this Google search here, you can get, a stone for $8, and that's for one stone, which seems a little bit pricey. But if you go to different stores here and there, you might be able to find it a little bit on the cheaper side. Um, but $8 to $10 is not a radically high amount to pay for blue lace agate. Now, in doing some of this research, I also looked at other websites and whatnot of where they came from. And excuse the puppies, they're talking. Um, Little sidebar. Tonks is finding her voice, and I'm loving it because I love whenever huskies do their little talking thing. And yeah, she's part husky, part Pomeranian, and I'm loving that. And Dobby, he's finding his voice little by little. So if you hear little barking out there, they're finding their voice, and I'm kind of encouraging that because it is absolutely adorable whenever a dog like that talks to you. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, affordability. Depending on where you're looking, you can find it cheaper. Now, in one of the websites I was looking at, it was saying about where it was mined, and I should probably pull that up on my phone. In fact, I will do that right now while I'm saying this. But they were saying that where it is mined, it is becoming a little bit more scarce, so it has gone up in value. And I'm going to just pull this up here real quick. And it says that it is, where is it found? This is from trulyexperiences.com. So if you want to find that information there, if you type in blue lace agate into Google, it's one of the first searches. I just wanted to make sure whenever I was doing this research and whatnot, if it wasn't mentioned in Melody's book, which a lot of it is not, I wanted to make sure I covered a wide variety of bases. But it has been discovered in parts of India, South America, Brazil, China, and a few places throughout the United States of America. An alternative to natural blue lace agate was developed in Germany in the 16th century. In this case, dyeing techniques dye lighter or colorless stones in the likeness of blue lace agate. The stones are then used in manufacturing jewelry. I'm sorry. Come on, mouth. Let me grab my blue lace agate because that'll help. You'll find out why. Other agate stones are available in abundance, but blue lace agate is relatively rare and becoming increasingly difficult to find. A few years ago, it was believed to have been almost completely mined out. However, there has been a recent discovery of the gems in South America. As jewelers are finding it harder and harder to source blue lace agate, they are turning to dyed stones for a similar and more affordable effect. So that's to give you a little idea of the mining process. They are becoming a little bit more rare to find, especially since jewelry makers are using it in jewelry. And in order to make a stone of any substantial size, you need to have a very substantial sample to go from. So in order to make a diamond this big, you might need a diamond this big. It's a thing. In order to cut it this way and that way and all that. So it is becoming a little bit harder to find, but you can still find it. And even though it's not like 5 cents, for a stone, you can still find it for $10 or under $10 for a nice tumbled sample like this. And this is not a huge sample. I mean, it's a small little piece. It's maybe about the size of the tip of my thumb. I've actually found them in auctions. I've gone to auctions and they would have a huge bowl of stones, just mixed stones. You can buy mixed stones online on eBay. And yeah, you can find them there. Speaking of eBay, little shameless plug, my link is down below if you would like to support me. If you would like to support this channel, since I didn't do my whole spiel, you can, if you would like to support the channel and the church that we're starting up, the Christo-Pagan Church, hit up the Patreon link down below. Thank you to our patrons, Sophia, Linda, and Tyler. And if you cannot support us in a financial way, consider sharing this video. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and comment down below on what you think of this video. Okay, we're done with that. Anyway, we're going to get into what Melody says specifically about blue lace agate, and we're going to go from there, because I have thoughts. Blue lace agate displays a blue and white lace pattern. It can help one to reach extremely high spiritual spaces. It contains the qualities of flight, air, movement, and grace. It is a highly inspirational influence when used for inner attunement. The energy of this mineral is most useful at the locations of the throat chakra, the heart chakra, the third eye chakra, and the crown chakra. Activating these chakras, it helps one to enter into high-frequency states of awareness. Blue lace agate is especially suited for those gentle people with shades of pale blue in their aura. Now, I am not one that sees auras, so it really doesn't help me to say something like that. However, I do know there are people out there that do see auras, and that is something that might help them whenever saying, okay, this stone might help you a little bit. Melody continues to say here, in her little biography of blue lace agate, and I want to note that it is the astrological sign of Pisces. But she continues to say, and before I even say any of this, I want to stipulate, I am not a medical doctor. I am not a physician. Any medical advice or stuff said here should not be taken as medical advice. These are not the expressed opinions of what you should or should not do with your medical, within medical means. Please go see a doctor. This can't hurt to use in addition to actual treatment, but it should not be used as treatment, as an overall treatment. So, with that being said, let's go into this, because she spends a lot of time on it. She says, quote, "It can be used in the treatment of arthritic conditions and in cases of hereditary bone deformity. It can also be used to strengthen the skeletal structure. It is quite helpful when used to enhance the mending of breaks and fractures, and for the regulation of the developmental process of the fingernails and toenails. Blue lace agate can help to remove blockages from the nervous systems and from the capillaries of the body. It can be used in the treatment of disorders of the pancreas and of those glands inherently associated with digestion. It is of assistance in eliminating outwardly manifested growths. This mineral can also be used for fluid balance around the brain. The hydrocephalic may find relief from the condition by using a liquid elixir of this stone." I'll talk about that in a minute. It is also used, right? It also is used for the attunement within the fleshy cellular structure, promoting cohesiveness in thought and maintenance of the state of health. It has also been used as an elixir to soothe the eyes and to diminish dilation of the blood vessels of the iris. And it vibrates to the number 5. Okay, so, little talk here. I am not one to use stones for the use in medical practices. So most of what Melody said here, I don't necessarily jive with, let's say. But what I do jive with is blue lace agate. This is one of my go-to stones whenever talking about being able to articulate something. Having a blocked throat chakra is something that I am very familiar with If you were watching me back in 2016, I believe it was. Pretty sure. Yeah. Christmas of 2015, I spent hacking up a lung. I caught some sort of uh, cold bug thing whenever I was in Korea. And yeah, I basically coughed all of Christmas Day. And the day after Christmas, I had laryngitis for about 2 weeks ish. And I am so thankful that the pagan perspective took those 2 weeks off. That was our normal thing to do because I had no voice. And one of the things that I started to work with at the time was blue lace agate. Now, she says it's good for the heart chakra, the throat chakra, the third eye, and the crown chakra. I use it purely for the throat chakra. And one thing that you'll find whenever working with blue lace agate is that um, you can become more articulate if you're really working with the blue lace agate. You'll become more articulate. You'll kind of stumble less. You'll be more cohesive with your speech patterns. You'll be a little bit more articulate. And so, in that fashion, you will find blue lace agate with some people that do speeches for their living, for their livelihood. They will keep it in their pocket, which is one way you can use it in your witchy practice. If you are using it as a crystal grid, say you have a, um, come on, come to me, brain. Say you have like a talk to give. Say you're doing a TED talk, let's just say. And you are one, like so many of us, that stutter or stumble over their words or have a hard time really articulating the meaning. If you have a crystal grid, set it up. If you don't, set one up. Because what you can do is you can add different crystals into that crystal grid that help with the purpose of your talk. Again, say you're doing a TED talk. If you're doing one on healing, maybe let's say doing one on love. Maybe you would have a rose quartz there, having a clear quartz there because clear quartz helps amplify. I would probably put in a citrine in there just to keep everything cleansed and balanced and working nice and harmonious so you don't have to constantly cleanse it. And definitely put in a blue lace agate into that mixture, into that crystal grid, because it will help strengthen your speech. It will help with your throat chakra in general. So the thoughts or the feelings that you have down in your solar plexus, in your sacral, or in your root chakras can actually come up to the surface and be vocalized with the throat chakra. I'm sorry, almost said heart. It can be vocalized with the throat chakra. So you can use that to your advantage. If you're doing chakra work, definitely consider getting a blue lace agate. Very helpful to just have it resting on your throat. Meditating with it helps a lot. And if you're one to make elixirs, and I said I was going to talk about it in this video whenever I was reading that, and here I am. If you want to make an elixir, gem water, basically. Now, I'm not a big proponent of putting a stone in water because you don't know exactly where it was mined. You don't know what type of radiation or any other gunk that has come in contact with it. However, one thing that you can do is get a glass pitcher and you can put the stones around it or next to it. If you have one of those that are like they have a tube inside for like ice and whatnot so it doesn't water down the rest of the pitcher. If you have one of those, stick a couple crystals in there, and that will help infuse the energy into the water so that whenever you drink it, you're getting that type of energy from the blue lace agate into you. You are literally ingesting the energy of blue lace agate into your body. And the even better thing about that is add a little bit of lemon into the mix, because not only are you soothing your throat, which if you're a talker and whatnot, not only are you soothing your throat with that lemon water, but you're also soothing your throat chakra with that gem elixir water. So just a few things to note on that. And if you want a little extra boost to it, do this on a full moon whenever you can have full moon gem elixir water. That would be awesome. So just a few ideas there. I have in the past carried a blue lace agate with me on my person in a little tiny pouch, and I've said this before. You get one of these small little pouches. This one's a little bit big for what I would use it for. But I don't know if I have any little ones here. Nope, I don't think I have any in my... Oh, there's a little bag. Something about that size. You can fit 2, 3, 4 stones in there, whatever. And you can walk around with them. Now, during your day, while you have, let's say, a bathroom break, one of my favorite sayings is, boss makes a dollar, I make a dime. That's why I poop on company time. If you are in the bathroom and you have a minute, let's just say you have a minute. Y'all know where I'm going with this. Take out your little pouch of crystals and just sit there while you're doing your business and double task, multitask at this. And this is going to sound weird and it sounds gross, but sit there and meditate with your stones while you're doing your business. Another thing that you can do is, if you are a smoker like me, take out this little pouch of crystals and just hold 1 or 2 in your hands. And I would urge only 1 at a time, because I am one to sit there and just draw on the energy of 1 crystal at a time, whichever crystal you really need at that moment. And if it is a day where you've been talking a lot and you're just kind of feeling bleh, you know the feeling, this would be a great stone to take out of your little pouch and just sit there with it and just use it as kind of a worry stone, and know that there's energy there, the energy inherent in the crystal, and that it is doing a job for you and it is helping you out. And if you, like I said, if you are a smoker and you're all alone at the smoke pit, which seems to be increasingly what is happening, thank you for stopping smoking, those of you who are no longer smokers. But take it out, and if there's nobody around and you feel comfortable doing it, put it on your throat for a second and just let that sit there and just be. Meditate with it. Take that little time that you need in a busy day. I know some of us are constantly running around all day long, and we don't have the time to sit there and just meditate for an hour. You don't need an hour. You only need a couple minutes. So heck, you might only need a minute while you're on your drive to work. Just sit there and just be like, hey, Blue Lace Agate, help me out today. You can do that. Turn off the radio, turn off any other distractions, and as you're driving, if it's safe for you to do so, I will stress that. Keep your eye on the road while you're doing this. Don't close your eyes for this meditation. Take it out and just rub it in your hand a little bit and just feel that energy coursing through you. But that's all that I have for this week for the Witchy Wednesday. This is coming up a little bit late, and I do recognize that, and I do apologize for that. Little explanation as to why is I had my PT test, my physical training test, on Saturday, and on Sunday I felt like crap, and that's whenever I got home from Delaware. And yeah, Monday I kind of felt like crap too. Like my legs are sore. I was coughing up a lung type of thing. Don't smoke. If you have started smoking, don't smoke. Or if you haven't started smoking, don't smoke. If you have started, try to quit. I've tried several times. It hasn't taken yet. But anyway, not about that. Anyway, yeah. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, Monday I didn't feel like doing anything because I was just physically exhausted. I kind of needed a day. I even took kind of a break from most YouTube and whatnot because I didn't want that outside distraction, that outside influence. With everything going on in the world, if you're seeing this in the future, hopefully it didn't turn into World War III, but the invasion of Ukraine and everything, I've been getting pop-up notifications and all that, and I've basically turned myself off of most news for right now. Not because I don't sympathize with it, it's because I don't want to become overwhelmed with it. So I'm taking those parts of self-care and whatnot, and Monday was yesterday, today's Tuesday, whenever I'm filming this, and I just needed that extra time to just kind of decompress and get back into it. So, take care of yourself, if that is something that you need to do, if you need to turn off any outside distractions, such as YouTube, totally understand, do that, take care of yourselves, while the world is kind of in this turmoil, and hopefully it gets resolved very quickly and the Russians just back the hell off. Anyway, yeah, take care of yourselves, and if you need a break, take it. Basically my PSA for this video. This has been going on way too long. I'm just going to basically put this up as is, except I'm going to put the little music behind it, and yeah, that's going to be all. So then the Patreon, the patrons can still get it a little bit earlier, and I do apologize to them for that. Other than that, I have nothing else for you for this Witchy Wednesday. Join me on Saturday for our Witchy Book Club series, where we are talking about the next lesson. I can't even remember what lesson it is, to be honest with you, because my mind is not working right now. Give me 1 second, because I'll look it up here. It is lesson 5 of the book Modern Magic by Donald Michael Craig. Join us for that one, and until next time, may you have love, hugs, and ladybugs. Bye.